I am William Spencer.
Also known as?
The Skate Ninja.
Also known as?
Spiderman. I have on scuba flippers, but really slick nylon. I think I was an eagle or something. All right, this guy kicks you really hard and you fly across the room. They only hire me to be a soldier and run and get shot. Yeah, you could ollie that camera. Could I? We should do a fight scene, but like with the skateboard. Or wrap the wire around you a bunch of times, unwind you like a top. Chris Farley's about to just launch you into oblivion. I go off book here, I go off book. So my main job is stunt doubling. My day job-ish is like being a zombie. Walk up super slow, getting stabbed with different objects. Sometimes it's a shovel, sometimes it's an axe. They stab you in the face or cut your head off or throw you off the whatever. A lot of going to Texas and getting stabbed. But yeah, I did all the lead stunt doubling in Amazing Spiderman 1 and 2. Skating came first, but it came because my older brother, he got the skate bug from somewhere. And he was like, you're gonna start skateboarding with me. And I was all, ooh, I don't really, ooh. And he's like, no, I don't wanna do it alone. And I was like, son of a banshee. My skateboarding really came first, but it was also just kind of like to hang out with him. I'm sure I probably would have been better at something else, or funny how skateboarding kind of really prepares you for stunt work, because there's so many slams that people take in skateboarding that, like in movie land, is worth so much money getting sacked on a rail, you know? I think that's what's cool about it, is getting into stunt doubling through skateboarding. And obviously me and skateboarding have a total battle going on, because it's definitely not my best subject, you know? There's so many skills that I have or have worked on naturally that just don't go with skateboarding, that I'm all, I'll just fit it in there somehow. I'll just make that work. Skateboarding, you are constantly involved with things that are kind of terrifying and outside your comfort zone. I remember getting into this live show, and then they wanted me to do a 25-foot high fall. They call it a header, but you basically dive at the ground, and literally head is here until you get to the last 3 feet from it, and then you snap your head and just go to your back. But they want people to think oh, he broke his neck. Yeah, and I just remember being out there dude, I'd rather get punched in the face. This is awful. They're like, it is a meat grinder. If you survive, hooray. If you don't survive, there's a bunch of guys that can jump. You're like, oh, it's never gonna make it, and then I'll literally be in the air and my board's all, hey, how you doing? How did I discover I was talented at the stunt doubling? See, here's the thing. Skateboarding, loved it. Movies, love them. I never thought I could get good enough at skateboarding to be sponsored. I kind of quit college because I just couldn't stand it. And so when that happened, I didn't have a backup plan. So the stunt doubling and things like that was like, oh God, it's the only thing that's not boring. There was no great foresight in it, that's for sure. The way skateboarding and the stunt work kind of help each other out is that my mentality gets expanded in both directions, because, you know, skateboarding, it shows you a rawness. People don't fake street league, they just don't fake it. The way that we would never cheat. Can you imagine being yeah, that dude went to Clipper and he did the da-da-da. Yeah, but it was actually another guy. The skateboarding has just influenced it. I watch so many movies and you're like, oh my gosh, if they would have taken any more time to make this one scene better, that whole movie, I just would have liked it more. And so it gives me a detail orientation. A lot of times people are like, oh, we'll just cheat to this side and cheat to that side. And they feel like there's a cleverness of well, no, people will never know. We could put all these crummy pieces together for a story and fake all of it, and then have people go, oh, your movie sucks. And with skateboarding, we're like, dude, you either did it or you didn't, or if you toe dragged, then you do it again because it doesn't look good. I kind of want that realism of skateboarding in there. Within my video parts and stuff, when people watch them, I don't think they're thinking, oh my gosh, you're the best skateboarder I've ever seen. Nobody's thinking that, but what they are thinking is Oh, it kind of weirdly reminds me of a movie, sort of. That's kind of Spider-Man-like. Like you jumped and touched the building or whatever. Hopefully it's working. I feel good about it. As far as getting the credit and whatever else. When I saw all the Jackie Chan movies, I really thought, like watching Jackie and those guys, that you become a really good stuntman and then people see you and they're like, he's awesome, I'll just give that guy a movie. I didn't even question that, like, oh, you might get caught in the middle, do all this amazing stuff and nobody knows who it was and also don't care. Kind of in the bigger picture of any production, they're like, this guy's a great actor, he can use his face, but he in no way can throw a punch. It's never gonna happen. It frustrated me for a little while to not get the credit, you know? But for me, dude, I've already done short films and thank goodness I like can put sentences together, so. But for the guy who's like, don't show my face, I just wanna go fast, the Ricky Bobby of stunts, dude is freaking psyched. The dude freaking is and then goes home. There's also some ego behind where they're going, no, I'm a secret agent. I get in there, I make you look good, you pay me, and then I leave. There's pride in that, and especially in the older generation, there's a lot of pride in that. Do I think that I credit my success in movies and stunt work from skateboarding? I don't think there's any way around it. There's so many good people, there's so many people in LA, more than going to a random audition and doing a better flip than someone. People are just like, oh, you seem like you got vision for like what it should look like on film. Am I happy to be associated with skateboarding? Yeah. Do I feel like I'm bringing it down? Hopefully not. It's funny because I can't really get away from it, but as long as it's like classy or fun, not saying I do things that aren't cheesy or classless, the amount of times people, and bless them because I think in people's hearts it makes sense, but they're like, we should do a fight scene, but like with a skateboard, and I'm all, not saying I do things that aren't cheesy or classless, but I'm probably not gonna go there.